Archie Slaymaker, International Boxing News. I'm joined by Tommy Frank. Tommy, how are you today?
I'm all right, mate. How are you? Always good to see you.
I really appreciate that, mate. I'll jump straight into it. This Saturday, Galal Yafai headlining on the Zone. How has training camp gone for yourself?
I don't know. I try and have to mix up my answers because people ask me that, and I always say the same thing. I don't really have training camps. I'm always in gym. I'm always, I like to be in the gym all year round. But I know what you mean. Obviously, you get noticed for this fight, and to be fair, it's not an opportunity that I thought I was going to get. And not only did I get it, I got it. I think they gave us like 10 weeks notice, so I was already in the gym. I had a few weeks off after my last fight. Went on holiday, came back, got back in the gym. A good 3 weeks, and then we got the call for this fight, and it was just one of them where I didn't think I was going to get it. This was the fight we wanted, having beat Jay Harris. But obviously having coming off a loss in that fight, I didn't expect it. But God works in mysterious ways, and I've got this chance, and it's massive, mate. We're in the big time here, Archer, in the big time. So so no, mate. Yeah. To answer your question, camp has gone good. It's gone. I think if you make it to the fight without any injuries, and you're training well, you're feeling good, you're feeling fit, you're feeling strong. It's been a good camp, so that's what it's been for me.
Perfect. I'm not going to touch on it too much, like I said, but the Jay Harris fight, it didn't go on your way and you didn't expect the fight. Do you think that loss will make you into a better fighter coming into Saturday?
Yeah, do you know what it has? It 100% has. And again, I've been answering this question on other interviews, and I know it sounds daft because I know it were a great fight. People saying one of fights at year and stuff, but ultimately it didn't go my way. I got beat by the better man on the night on that night, and what a brilliant kid Jay Harris is, by the way. And like I said. I didn't I didn't get that win, but I just think in defeat, I learned a lot about myself, Archie. And I'll be honest with you, I think I've lacked a little bit of self confidence in past, and for no particular reason, because it sounds daft me saying that, because everyone knows me as like a very positive man, and I am, but maybe a few of my fights, and especially the ones that I haven't won. Maybe I've just let a little niggling doubts creep in, and there's I proved last time out that there's no reason of why I shouldn't believe in myself, and I just believe that after that fight, like I said, I went away with my fiance. We went to Portugal for a week and just had a nice rest, and just kind of had a little word with myself while I were over there. I did a few runs, on beach, and I just thought, you know, boxing's what I love, and I believe I've got a lot more to achieve in boxing, and I just think that I needed to believe in myself a little bit more and have that confidence. And then, when you get that fire in your belly, and then it just so happened when I got back, I were in the gym for 3 weeks and got a chance like this. So it's just kind of like everything. It feels like everything for a reason, mate. Not only that, but just other amazing things going on in my life outside of boxing. And you just I'm on that I'm in that frequency at minute, mate, and I'm riding it, and I'm feeling good, and I hope God's with me on Saturday, and I pull this off.
Confidence is a massive thing, like you said, and they said you had that word with yourself on holiday. And I found something quite telling on your Instagram story today. You said they're not giving me a chance. Is that anyone in particular at all, or is that just people in and around Galal's team, Matchroom? Is that anyone in particular?
No, to be honest, I think that's not aimed directly at Galal or his team. He's got a very knowledgeable trainer in Robert McCracken. They've been there, done it. Galal knows what he's doing. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's a quality fighter, and he's been there and done it as an amateur. He's translating that as a pro as well. I mean, let's give him his credit. He's not just because I said this to Matchroom earlier. Matchroom put out like a little promo. I don't know if you've seen it, and they clipped a little bit of me saying it sounded like I was saying, he was a good amateur, but that won't translate to the pro. But I don't know how they did it 'cause I can't even remember saying it. But that's not what I meant by that, because obviously he is translating it to pros because he won the WBC International in his pro debut. They're obviously fast tracking him, like they did with Loma and fighters like that. And he is a quality fighter, but I do think I am being overlooked. I think I'm being, not by anyone in particular, just kind of like in general, and the masses. Bookies have got me a massive underdog. And I just think maybe Galal thinks that I'm just happy to be here. And don't get me wrong, I am happy to be here, but that's not the reason. I'm not here to just have a jolly up on Matchroom and have a nice time in hotel. And I'm here to change my life. And I know it sounds thingy, it sounds a bit deep and that, but it is. This is a life changing win for me. It's gonna make worldwide news in boxing. It's gonna be live on the zone, and it's gonna be life changing financially and getting another invite back to the big dance, which is where we all want to be as fighters. So there's so much riding on this for me, for my fiance, for his families, for everything. So it's just yeah, I'm not so like I said, I'm not worried about what people think, obviously. But yeah, I get the sense I'm being overlooked, mate. I do.
That's
And I like
perfect.
it.
We touched on it as well, even off camera. Galal's pedigree is coming from the amateurs, the Olympic gold medal. Yours comes from the professional ranks, winning British Commonwealth titles. Do you think that will give you the edge in this fight?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think if you're gonna put things in my favor, that would be it. It would be my experience in a professional ring and doing 12 rounds as well. Obviously this fight is a 10 rounder, but I've done numerous 12 rounds now, and I'm seasoned in that sense. And I've boxed for I've won British and Commonwealth titles and international titles. Not against bad opposition as well. I fought some good kids. My first 12 rounder. People probably don't realize, but I fought a Thai fighter called Aaron DePayan. Um, and it were a good fight. It were a good learning fight for me. I had to dig in the championship rounds. That was my first 12 rounder. I had to dig in, and I answered a few questions about myself that night, and it was one of them where I don't know, things maybe weren't going how I wanted him to win the fight, and I had to grind it out, get the win, and that's what I did. But he went on to move up to bantamweight, and he fought Naya Inoue, the monster, for undisputed bantamweight title. So I probably don't get credit for even wins like that. Because obviously he's a world level fighter. He proved that. I think Jay Harris is another world level fighter. I think he gave Julio Martinez a very good fight, and I think that were back when Martinez were kind of he was a bit of the boy, weren't he, in flyweight division? He was stopping people left, right, and center. So, and in the last fight again, I know it didn't go my way, but it were definitely nip and tuck throughout. So I think I proved that I'm on a very good level. So so yeah, like I said, I'm just I'm looking to prove myself even more in this fight.
It definitely shows it. And like you said, we did go on to Jay Harris there. A win on Saturday night. I know, like, you may have manifested this in your mind, but where does a win take you?
It takes me again. It's just big. It's just big, and to be honest, it's been a bit of a theme for me today. But when it's not just a theme today. It's a theme every day. But with my background, obviously, with my heart troubles when I was younger and stuff, I'm so proud to have these on me, the Children's Heart Surgery Fund. So basically, a win here, and just moving forward in general. It means that I get a call back to box on big shows like this, and ultimately, the bigger show I'm on, the more people I can inspire, with my particular story. Um, and that for me is it's always been a dream of mine. It's always been number one to get on platforms like this and to represent, to have that logo on me makes me very proud. And ultimately, I'm going to have the eyes of the world on me on Saturday night. Live on the zone, and that's the platforms what are going to reach the most people and try and give something back to these. Because like this is the Children's Heart Surgery Fund. This is the Heart Ward in Leeds, where I actually had my heart surgery when I was 5. So you're talking about these doctors and nurses and surgeons who are just amazing people. They're saving kids' lives, they're saving adults' lives every day. And they might not have saved my life, but what they did enabled me to go into boxing and be successful in what I love. So I owe them a lot. So that means a lot to me that I get to represent them on a big platform.
It will be huge on Saturday night, and the story you said there is brilliant. Obviously, when you were 5, it's a great story to come into the ring and why you're doing this and boxing and how much it means to you. Obviously, it is going to be a huge fight on Saturday. I'm just going to touch on a stablemate, a friend of yourself. Me and you have spoken about him. We spoke about him off camera. We actually spoke about him at the Queensbury show. Definitely a fighter who caught my eye. Had a really, really close fight with Ethan James, who went on to have a really good win a few weekends ago. Keanen Wainwright. Please tell me if I've said his name wrong. But he's a
Yeah,
stablemate.
that's it.
He's a stablemate of yours. What should people expect with Keanen?
Probably one of the I don't want to say underrated, because obviously everyone who's seen him, like yourself, is rating him, but he's coming under the radar, and I'd say he's possibly one of the well, I know he is for a fact one of the best prospects in British boxing, 100%. He's southpaw. He's got his own unique style. He can punch so hard, like you saw, and like you said, he were meant to box on a show in Sheffield, and he lost his opponent the day before, and it just so happened Ethan James on the BT Sports show, he lost his opponent. So Keanen got the call. He stepped up a weight from lightweight to light welterweight on a day's notice, and obviously did what he did in the fight with Ethan James. Ethan James, I thought he showed a lot of bottle in that fight. He's a very good fighter in his own right, and he's moved up to the weight above now, and he just got a good win a few weeks ago. And ringside on that night, I thought Keanen did enough to win that fight. I know he dropped him in first round. And obviously, I was sat with you, and I told you before. I said, "Look, watch this kid." And when I remember when he dropped him, you turned around, you were like, "You're right, you were right." But no, do not sleep on the Wolf. So everyone out there, follow Keanen Wainwright. I'm sure he'll be on a big screen near you very soon.
I definitely agree. He was the one that caught my eye that night in Telford. I know we previously touched on it. We do ask everyone we have on this channel. I know you briefly touched on it with what's on your shirt. Just what does boxing mean to you as a whole?
Uh, like Canelo says, no boxing, no life. That's his mantra, in it, and it is true. Boxing has enabled me to do so many things that I wouldn't have done otherwise. It's took me all around the world. It's let me meet people, experience things. And not only that, I'm not just saying it because I am a boxer, but once you've been in a ring and you've had fights, whether you've won or lost, just to have come through, and not much else in everyday life kind of bothers you. You know what? Once you box, it kind of it like calluses your mind. It toughens you to life in general, and like I said, it's such an amazing sport. Thankfully, a massive shout out to all my sponsors. It's what I do full time, and that's purely down to them. They enable me to train full time. So all my sponsors, they're on my kit. They'll be on my kit Saturday night. I'm always shouting them out. So a massive thank you to them, and just as well as an amazing fiance, all my family, all her family, the best support unit around me has enabled me to, to do my best on this career path, what I've chosen, to get the most out of it. And I still believe there's a lot more to come for me as well. But yeah, just boxing in general is just led me to some amazing things. Not just boxing, but just in life in general. I've got memories from boxing what I'll be looking back at in years to come. I mean, before I think I'd only maybe had, I don't know, 10 or so amateur fights. I think I was around 16 or 17. When all my mates and stuff from school were gonna Magaluf and Malia on lads' holidays, I was gonna Las Vegas with Glyn and with Sheffield Boxing Centre lads to go out there and train. And like being 16, 17 years old, going out sparring in Johnny Tocco's gym, with me and Glyn and Matt Mower in one corner, and then in other corner were like a young Mexican kid and Floyd Mayweather Senior. In kind of like a doghouse environment in Johnny Tocco's gym, like a notorious gym in Vegas in boxing, and just memories like that. They last a lifetime. And they're something I'm always going to treasure. So yeah, top and bottom of it, boxing is life. I love it.
That was my last question. And obviously, I will echo that story as well, Tommy. But I wish you all the best for Saturday, and thank you for talking international boxing news.
No, anytime for you, mate. Thank you very much.